Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully, you can hear me clearly. I've got everything set up as much as I usually do. So, I'm Boundy, psychic medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So, let's go over to that. Tune into your psychic senses, or if you doubt that you've got them, just trust your gut feeling and connect in with spirit, your spirit guides, the angelic realm, whichever way that you feel you're getting that messaging direct from that realm in whatever way. Okay, just trust it too. Um, be guided. Just well, I bring the interpretations that I do from my instinctive gut feeling, yeah, and psychic senses, whatever, because I do believe we all have these abilities. Absolutely. Now, good morning, Corinna. Lovely to see you here. You're here right from the start, and it's 5 minutes past or 6 minutes past. Not too late this time. Oops, and I'm zoomed in already. I meant to check that. I didn't. And here is our card. There we go. We'll put the full set out as it usually looks. I forgot. We do have the Rana George deck again for the Lenormands today. I still haven't found my trusty Guild Reverie, but that's okay. I know where there's a backup as far as just the regular Guild of Reverie deck goes, but I like to know where my expanded edition went. Can someone around there tell me where I've put them? I don't know. Look, we are moving with spirit and trusting as we go along, aren't we? With this spread that we've got here and the hour card. And exactly that, Corinna. Right from the start today, you have made it. Here we go with the hour card. Right, let's hold that up to the camera. Every day is a new life to a wise person. And are the owls wise? I love them. You all know that by now. So they're gorgeous, gorgeous creatures. It'd be lovely to have, to have my own little flock of all sorts here, but that doesn't happen in nature, does it? So I shouldn't need to expect that in my home space. It'd be lovely to have one at least, though. I don't know what species do live around here. I should research that, not resource it, but research it. We're zooming in on the cards. Let's see if I can line them up better. There we go. Now, you might recognise one of the cards that we've had from yesterday, and that's the central theme for the day today. It is the gentleman. It's that young man. Now, this one here in this deck, there is two men. And this one is the younger, more cosmopolitan, more up to date young gentleman. And he is standing there quite confidently against that railing that's a beautiful esplanade along a beachfront. I love it because I am only one street away from a beach, Boomer Beach. It's why I named my publishing press Boomer Beach. That I'm moving into as a business. It started. So here we are, a confident young man looking like he's about to start on something fresh and new, and that he's standing there contemplating, what is it that's brought in that stability and sense of getting going now? Because you get that feeling, well, I do, that he's just about to, push away from that stance and get into action and move into a future that's going to bring him abundance and happiness and, that is a flourishing career. He looks ready for whether it's a job interview or whether it's a first day on a job or whether he's starting a brand new business himself and taking on what feels like the world. I love it. I think it's a wonderful card because it is also the Ace of Hearts as that correlation with a general playing card deck. It's got all of the being able to do whatever you want feeling around it in this card, and that's what our day is. Feel that energy. I love it. Then we're going over into the anchor card, the anchor energy, and all of that's in this particular artwork. It's not quite the same as a lot of the others, of course. We haven't got it tied onto a boat or anything, and it's not on, balancing over a rough sea or anything. It's waiting there to be used. And this is in the home space. So it gives that sense of stability, things are on the horizon looking extremely calm. They're looking absolutely wonderful, as if this anchor has done its purpose. It's resting now, like this bloke is, like the man is resting. He is leaning, or is he resting? He's done his hard day's work and contemplating what he has actually achieved. It's, and this with the anchor, it gives that sense of we can put our anchor down. It doesn't matter whether it's attached or not at the moment. It gives me that sense of feeling that we've done a lot of hard work and it is time to rest. Rest us, rest it. Take note of the peacefulness around us and the beauty and what we are here for. Have some of that contemplation around, and that the man is looking toward the home space. So we are able to just give that beautiful breath of restful space in our day. Have that sense of resting. Look, even in this huge rock that's over in the distance, with that little, how there's those hollows and the spray roars through and all the rest when the waves crash through, and you get the spray up and erosion, and it looks so dramatic when it's a wild sea, when it's a really mobile movement in the sea. This looks calm. And this rock, it's almost got a face on it that looks like it is tired, it's resting and just being what it is, the rock out in the middle of the oceans. That's what I'm seeing anyway. See the little droopy eye and the mouth that's about ready to start snoring? That's what I'm getting from this. And whatever other aspects around our day is just with it and supporting and waiting and resting. This anchor really does give me that feeling and impression of rest. So let's put some of that into our day as well. We're doing the work. We've done the work as we're moving over into the work space here with the coffin. End of the coffin is a completion, a finish, a moving on from what has been done. Whether it is a life or whether it's tasks, as far as, because this is in the workspace, whether it is things that are needing to be cleared out and moved on as well. Because in our usual gilded breviary, we have the treasures at the base of the coffin. This doesn't quite have that, but we get that feeling of here what are those cloths called? Anyway, this cloth is removed from the sarcophagus at the moment. It's ready to be shifted on. It gives that feeling of, oh, it's done. Look, it's clearing away. It's pulling the drape away so that it sets things free, is it the veil pulled back from that is this world and the next? Is it just things, it could be a duster that was used to clean off the sarcophagus, the coffin, ready for others to come to honour whoever it is who has passed that's in this. Or it can be those, the metaphorical, the things that we know that we've finished within ourselves as far as beliefs, emotions. And for some people it could be that you've finished your grieving and it's time to let go and pass on whatever is. And that can happen even in business, as far as from my own experience, you do grieve when a business that you've taken up hasn't succeeded, because it's something that, in my lifetime I have experienced, that, nearly going bankrupt. And that type of experience, as you're moving through that process, letting go what you have no control over, letting go what you need to actually plan fully and properly to move things on to that next stage of being in your workspace, and that is continuing on with something else. In whatever way things need to be planned out, it's giving it a dust off, give yourself a dust off, and take those steps to move on. It's also honouring and celebrating what has been, as far as there are many parts in our life that we think, oh, so negative and horrible and bad and the rest, but they've actually been a really good lesson and standing for what is the next part and stage of what your work might bring, whether it is new directions in what your business is, or a new focus or a new project or something if you're working for someone else. And all of that level, the many different levels of how we can incorporate shifting things through with our work. And it can feel like a death in some instances, where something's been absolutely really successful, and you've had a lot of build up and getting to a point in some project that you've had, and you've got to the goal and it's celebrated. And then what? It feels like the baby's grown up and you've got nothing to do with it anymore but watch and see how it can flourish. And that's a feeling too of grief, because you haven't got that hands on anymore in the doing. Finding something else, really spending a bit of time, I think, here with this young gentleman, that energy of something new to take on further work that you might be anticipating or creating, and really moving forward in something fresh and new. It's got that gorgeous energy around the resting stage right at the moment for today, but it's that anticipating and planning and doing for something fresh on the morrow, that type of energy around it. So spend a bit of time today in thinking, feeling into what is your next step in your home space as well as your workspace. But I do feel that it's more about spending time resting and reviewing a lot of what you have been through and what you are planning to do as that next of what tomorrow might bring, in whatever way that is meaningful for you. So I hope those cards are meaningful, are something that you can step forward with. Look, if they're not, you can choose other ways of stepping into your own trusting energy of what's next for you. Okay, absolutely, Corinna. It is things to ponder today, isn't it? Taking on all that a gentleness I feel around it today, a quiet pondering, something that's going to give us some peacefulness as well. And to anyone else out there, I see there's a Vincent who's watching on the Instagram. The Instagram live stream does go away. You won't see that once I've finished this video. And and something that's happening there. I've just checking a message because it looks like something's not quite happening properly with somewhere. Michelle, where is that? That's on my Facebook profile. It looks like there's pixelation and horrible streaming. My apologies for that, but we do work with I'm working with what technology I have, like most situations. It usually works very well. Apologies if it isn't working for you. Corinna, is it a good stream where you're watching from, which is one of the Facebook pages? I'm not quite sure which page that is that Michelle's watching from. And Facebook, it sorted itself, yeah, but there's 3 different destinations I'm sending to in Facebook. The profile is the one with my photo, a lot younger looking photo, as you know. The page is the one with a avatar cartoon style, and mytimetv.live is the one that's the yellow with a TV in it, and my YouTube channel. So interesting that it did pixelate. Well, there you go. Now I'm going to refresh that screen because it's not telling me I'm going live on the profile. I'm just having a quick check. So thank you for being patient with me while I do this. It's saying I'm live now, yes, and there's 2 comments. So it's Deb Kane, yes, and yeah. So thank you, Deborah. I can't. That's the one thing I'm really getting frustrated about Facebook, and not allowing a public profile. Like, it is my it's still a public page. I don't close it off just because it's my profile, that the system isn't letting me, and that is definitely a Facebook thing, I think, the privacy stuff. And there you go, there's Michelle's design studio, wonderful work that she's doing. Yes, I am her client because I can't handle marketing stuff, and I love the designs and things that are being brought forward. So, and Corinna's saying, yeah, the camera went a bit dodgy. Internet connection, I'm guessing. All good now. Yeah, well, it would be an internet connection, that part. We can't always have control over every finite detail of the technology, unfortunately. Oh gosh, we've got a troll there again as well. Spammer, go away. But anyway, I'm going to go away because it is time to finish this. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and welcome to those who are watching replay. I do have my listing there somewhere. I'm just going to put the Buy Me a Coffee links in the 2 places it can go to, or 3, the YouTube channels, the profile, and my time, tv.live. So you'll just get that there if you want to have a choice of a different type of a reading for personalised and more in-depth readings. That is there for you as well. So thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Look, just keep being the best you can be. And we do have all that we need as any part of our tool bag. It's within us. Just feel into that inner self and the creativity and all the possibilities that you have to keep being the best you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.